Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Darksiders 2. So, we are at the main crash point. If we go talk to the Archon, we will crash because at the end of that conversation you level up. So I need to go level up doing something different, which means I need to fast travel to the Tree of Life and then travel through the Tree of Life to the Forge Lands. Let's see, and turn in some quests because of that. Alright, so Forge Lands are over here. Now while we're in the Forge Lands, we could try and find the Bloodless, but I really don't have a reason to do that right now and don't want to do that right now. I want to continue with the main story and come back to this area later on. Alright, so from this point, this is a great example too of just where we started 20 hours ago, of just a giant world, giant world which has several collectible things around. Let's start by fast traveling here. This place is all on fire. I don't believe this guy has anything new to teach me. But I did kill 2 people he wanted me to kill, so this should level me up.
Kidna will trouble you no longer. I only wish I'd been there to see her suffering.
See, these guys are all bloody. And see, they really went with a bloody end to this first act for no reason, and then the entire land of the dead is completely bloodless because everybody's a skeleton.
Once he was king of the dead. I trust you remembered to bow before you killed him.
Now, the one problem we could run into here is we could level up and have so much experience that we are about to level up again. So they have nothing for me. And just as a thought, I assume that their shops in the Forge Lands scale up to the same as everybody else. I'm at like level 18, so this shaman should be giving me like, yeah, level 19 talismans that I could buy. Do any of them increase experience while we're here, since we already came to the store? No, not really. So, yep. That would be the only thing that made any sense anyways, is that they continued to scale up. If they didn't, then I would have to fast travel all over the place just trying to find the right shopkeeper. So I want to fast travel now to Black Root. There's things here we still haven't done. There's the Crucible, which we can't even do, and there's little places where there's chests that could be collected with our current abilities, but those places also would be good places. That's like later on to get chests open when we're at the max level, which turns out the max level is 60, so there's an achievement for getting to level 30. I kind of doubt I'll make it to level 60. See, there's like a blue crystal That's not a thing to lock onto, is it? Yeah. Let's talk to this guy.
Right. You needn't hurry. I am only stone. I have more stone.
So, wanted
My strength
to do one of these, and one of these, and see what that does. That gave me 30 health. And one of these, and one of these gives us 5 strength. And then one of these, and one of these gives us arcane critical chance. And then one of these, and one of these gives us critical chance. So if we did 2 of these and 1 of these, it's probably the same. Yeah, it's still critical chance. You're probably best doing pure variants instead of mixes. But if you do this, that just gives you 5 arcane. Alright, so we played with that. And I think that's all we really need to do. Like, let's just double check. One suggestion was to go do the Soul Arbiter's maze and try to get experience to level up there. Which very well may have worked. And 6 pages of the dead, and I'd have to go back to the Lands of the Dead to sell this, and so that's not worth it. Alright, moving back. What a wasted... Seriously, is there no fast travel point? There's no fast travel point for the Tree of Life. Talk about annoying. I'm gonna equip the Bloodless Talisman and then come over here because I think the Bloodless is wandering around here. Yes. But I have no clue where the other 2 Bloodlists would be. And there are certainly more things I could go try and take on. This guy is strong. Alright. I suppose I might have to wander around with the Bloodless Talisman equipped at all times. I imagine that the other 2 are hidden in the deep reaches of sections we haven't even been to, because there is a decent number of sections like this in the Forge Lands, unlike the Lost Light area where there's almost nothing there. Lost Light seems like it's just this intermediary area that's going to take me to Earth, and you know, I'll take that because I would much prefer to be playing on Earth. I would have much preferred to be playing on Earth a long time ago. I wish there was a fast travel section over on all of this. or there was a way to fast travel in a better way. This is the Kingdom of the Dead. Like, although to be truly honest, if there was a way to fast travel and interdimensionally move between these different realms, I'm not sure I trust the original creators of this game to cause the game not to crash. We're seeing a lot of crashing on the PC version. Let's see. And let's just fast travel this way for a second load screen. And now the cutscene shouldn't crash. So since this is the bad guy from the previous game and he's watching him, that either makes the Archon knowing that he's the bad guy and working with him, or knowing he's the bad guy and not working with him.
Not now. Corruption spreads in our city, in our hearts.
But since that bad guy is still alive, we know the timeline also that this is happening before the ending of the first game, which arguably Darksiders 3 will also take place before the ending of the first game too.
The rod of Arafel could help reverse what has happened here. I dare not retrieve the rod myself. The gates to the White City are closed to any angel who visits Earth. But you are no angel.
It doesn't make a lot of sense why people, why the angels wouldn't be able to go back to heaven if they go to Earth. But maybe it's just this extreme purity test that as soon as you visit Earth, you're impure. So, like, that didn't even give me experience until this point. So if it had gotten to this point and animated this, I would have understood why the game was crashing a lot better. And this is definitely the #1 crash. It is the 4th pinned topic on Steam, which tells you that a lot of people are working on it. But it also never got fixed, or hasn't been fixed yet. And this edition has been out for a while. Like, so THQ Nordic has their third parties porting this and making the Deathinitive edition, which really I would argue is not a definitive edition. It's a poor updated port to make sure it plays, sure, but it's buggy and needs another patch, and I'm not sure that there ever is going to be another patch. And I want to see more polish, definitely, from THQ Nordic. If they are going to be the new THQ but better, they actually have to be better. And more I get concerned that instead they're just going to flood the market with a lot of games. One of their games that they released was a remake of a point-and-click adventure game called Black Mirror, which is an extremely niche product, but it was snuck out there as a remake so that people who like Black Mirror, the Netflix show, might actually pick it up and spend some money on it. I don't know if that actually got them any cells or not.
The pool will bring you to Earth, Rydo. Do not tarry here.
So now we can talk to him.
If you want the rod, you will tell me where to find it.
I have seen much while staring into the deep, but that I cannot tell you. The kingdom of man was swallowed by darkness when the armies of hell invaded. I have seen only glimpses of the Earth since then, but enough to know that the rod of Arafel is safe, and our only hope of redemption.
Interesting.
How does the city of light fall to corruption?
It wasn't the city that fell, but those within. It began with just one angel, weak of will, given to doubts. When the darkness called, he welcomed it in. From him, the corruption spread. It seemed only I could sense it, gathering above our heads. And though I warned my brothers of the storm that was to come, they did not listen. Only when the cloud burst did the city of light fall. And other realms have fallen since.
So maybe the main bad guy of the first game was a victim of corruption too. Let's see.
You speak of this realm as if it were your own.
The gods call this place Lost Light, but it is here that the light is to be found, and I am its source.
Seems like this guy is really pious
Until you find the rod,
and
Horseman,
thinks rather highly of
will
himself.
be revealed.
Your pool. Is it the only way to the kingdom of man?
It is the only path that I know of. You can thank your masters for that. To preserve the balance, the Charred Council forbade all travel to the Third Kingdom and destroyed those means that already existed. Even the Tree of Life was burnt, like so much kindling.
Yet you have the means to travel to Earth.
Not everyone obeys the Council, Death. That is why they have their horsemen.
So, I guess if the Tree of Life in a realm is burnt, you can't travel there anymore. So I'm gonna probably go fix the Tree of Life. That was a nice transition animation. Why is there not something like that at the end of half of the dungeons? And these guys look like they might be a little bit better looking than what the other ones.
More than corpses about.
These look a little more grotesque than. And see, this is the angel lady that we see in the first game, so I bet she's just gonna make a animation.
What the hell God doing on Earth?
Like, she'll make just an appearance and then fly away. This looks like a new version of this guy. It's so funny looking at the like initial Darksiders 1 trailer and that first scene of Earth, and then you see the Earth that you're in now, and it's really different and weird and full of decay and destruction, chains everywhere, creep everywhere. It is actually raining, so this is the first scene we've seen of any rain falling at all. Look, in the background, the animation is help Uriel with the swarm. It's funny, I had a B prompt there. Now I can't summon any more guys until my first set of guys are gone. So I can just kind of let them do whatever they want. And we've got like a horde mode happening right now. What's funny is these guys are hitting kind of hard. Like, my health is not increasing to a level I would like. Yeah, we've got a suicide bomber. I'm gonna go ahead and take a health. So, this is another one of those, like a new attempt at a sequence to do something different. Have the gameplay be a little bit different. It's not too far from what I imagine some of the later levels of the Crucible would be.
I should kill you for what your brother did here, but you saved my life. Consider us even.
It's not really fair to kill people because of what their brother did.
Brought to Earth by the Archon Hestus to battle the demons in the End War, but Hestus fell, and the rod was shattered. Now the Destroyer uses its pieces to fuel his army of darkness.
What was broken can be reformed. Where are the pieces of the rod?
In the hands of the Destroyer, he has summoned creatures.
Yeah, instead of Lucifer or Satan, they call him the Destroyer.
Things of blasphemy, who even now divide this world into their own hellish domains. The suffering are one such beast.
See, that's what the first game is defeating 4 or 5 bosses to get pieces that you needed.
One mind, easily sundered.
I will not risk more Helgard to recapture the Rod of Arafel, but should you wish to undertake this fool's errand and follow the trail of corpses left by my brethren.
Fool's errand. Well, it would not be my first.
So, Uriel is like the only female character in this entire game. Salvation. Press X to perform a ground blast. Right trigger for rapid blast. Left trigger for scatter shot.
Thanks for the warning.
So, I suppose Fury will be the second female character introduced in this story. There aren't too many main characters in the first place, but it is mostly dude heavy. Probably because you didn't want too many people beating on too many females, and it's much more monster heavy.
Why are the Helgard still on Earth? We lost Uriel, in case you haven't noticed.
Where else would we go? All of creation saw what happened here.
She has some extreme arcing of her back happening.
We can never go home.
Like, come on, just stand like a normal person, Uriel. Put both legs at the same distance forward. Slouch a little bit forward. Don't have your shoulders several inches behind your navel. Like extreme artistic gaze there.
What are these chosen?
Not that I'm really complaining about it. Well, it's a little too much. But I do like how Uriel looks.
The most powerful serve the Destroyer and rule in his name.
I don't like her eyes though.
The rest kill everything around them.
I'm distracted. Here's the problem: is she's too much of a distraction as the way she's standing that I'm not even paying attention to the story. And then her lips are animated to move, where Death has had this mask over his face, so that they don't have to animate that.
How many angels died here?
Too many. But for every dead angel there is another, kept alive against his will. Their suffering empowers the Destroyer. Perhaps you could release them
See,
from their
when she leans forward, that would be a better thing. Maybe they're trying to indicate that the wings that are just kind of floating behind her are pulling her backward and that they're heavy. I guess you could make that argument.
It is a wonder you've lasted this long. Even the dead march against you.
You speak of the swarm. Of all the creatures that roam the wastes, they most hunger for revenge. Not even death can stop them.
Alright. See, and now when she's just floating, she looks better. That was an awkward position. And we've got this gun that I guess we could have picked up at any point. As far as the gun, I think the idea here is like, yeah, you if you're gonna carry it, you've got to carry it. It's a pickup weapon. That's insane. And in the first game, every single breakable thing had souls in it as a currency. I doubt Death is going to be doing too much of that. There aren't too many more of those stones. Boatman's coin. So this isn't a rehash. This is new, probably. I don't believe Gunfire Games worked on this game originally, so they've retroactively put one of their own posters on the wall. A gold burger. Cars still explode. There's a hospital bed for no reason. Remember, there was no loot in the first game. So these chests did exist, but they were giving you bits of health. They were giving you gold to purchase things, collectibles, limited collectibles, not just an infinite amount of collectibles. Junk. What is this supposed to be? It's just a sign that says junk. Interesting. Commentary on commercialism there. I can dig it. Bebop. I'm a little uncertain where I'm supposed to be going. Is it this way? I guess. Still the other area. I should also, like, I can't break the things around this portal, which would have, I assume, been a fountain. This area might be small enough that it would make sense for it to have been a flash forward in the game. Nothing new there. Like a section that we end up on Earth, and then it's like, how did Death get on Earth? And then we start at the Forge Lands or the Land of the Dead or any other section. Now, I don't believe I'm just gonna teleport. No, you have to press the B button. That's good enough to know. Seems like these people are gonna always be there. And what is this? It is a blocked off section. Okay. I kind of question. I really question how much time we're gonna spend on Earth. Like, when you think about it, it seems like Earth is just a dungeon. Okay, yeah. They've added Earth onto this map of Lost Light. So that whole empty section transported us here. And that's all there is going to be of that. Alright, that's good to know. So it really is just going to be a dungeon that probably puts us... Maybe there's going to be a little bit more here or somewhere else in the corner. Or there'll just be like 4 spots in the quest on Earth. Let's see. Is this any better? No. Is this... Give me extra health? That would reduce my defense and my critical chance down to 0. I wish it would tell me how much you lose because of that. It would be about 20 more defense for 12% of critical chance going away. No, it'd get rid of a lot of my defense to increase my health. And I don't think that's a smart move. I'd prefer to have defense over health. Although both really don't seem to matter too much. We didn't get the gun as a permanent thing. I'm not sure if we ever are going to get it as a permanent thing. And I guess we're past the crash issue. We have now played for 22 hours and 30 minutes thereabout. So, like, we're slowly making progress, but man, have I been playing Darksiders 2 for a long time. It feels like I've spent maybe a month trying to play this game alone, when usually it takes me about a week to finish a game. I bet we don't spend too much time on Earth, but how is that true when they said there's going to be several pieces of the rod that we have to go get? 3 or 4 different bosses that we're going to have to go defeat. That seems like a lot. Anyways, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.